Thank you for tuning in to TalkWad.com, the world's fastest growing internet radio network. Please check out all the other great shows on www.talkwad.com.
The west central coast of Florida has an amazing music scene. Festivals, clubs, special performances, and there's always a lot of live music. The problem has always been getting the word out about events. Then GoTonight.com emerged on the scene. The brainstorm creation of founder Don McKeon, a Sarasota entrepreneur. We caught up with Don and his inspirational friend, Frank Papa, at the Flying Dog Cafe.
This is Frank. I'm Don. Frank is the reason that there is a GoTonight.com. He would call me repeatedly.
Where are we going? Where do you want to go? Where will we go tonight?
The website has been a boon to many small clubs. So next time you find yourself asking, where will we go tonight? You've got the answer.
Mr. Mention, Dirty Red, 15 minus 9. Haha, you could bless the herbs. Holy Emmanuel I. Rastafari, ever living, ever faithful, ever show Selassie I. Give thanks and praises. What is
man, I'm super high. Man, I'm super high. I'm so high, I can touch the sky. Man, I'm super high. Man, I'm super high. Man, I'm super high. I'm so high, I can touch the sky. Man, I'm super high. Roll it up, light it up, we gon' puff, you can bet that. Fat pillar sash, pressure push your chest back. Bob Marley cars it pullin' like a Harley car. This thing smoking like a barrel on a Tommy gun. My vision gone HD, I can see the wind. Got me looking through her clothes, I can see the skin. I'm like, damn dirty, where the blue desert's at? The drove gone, then you need to call your cousin back. Hold up, I'ma hit Mr. Mention up. He got the 5K denied, I spin the dub. It's all love, ain't no season above. My eyes standing like I got time.
I tell ya, working it out. Mr. 15 minus 9. That's right, you're listening to that tune right there. Super duper high, baby. Tuesday night, right here. How did we get here? We got up, took a shower, put the keys in the car, and drove here. Ha! Take that. That's how we got here. Well, I drove. He drove a motorcycle. Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Will, for giving us that little wonderful intro tonight. Welcome, everybody at home. Thank you very much for tuning in to How Did We Get Here, a show that talks about you and you and you out there at home. Talks about us as a whole, as a society, and about people that are trying to get to where they're going and how they got to where they're going, and if they got there and they fell back and now they're trying to get back up to where they're going. Well, this is a show for you. We've had dancers tonight. We've had musicians, we've had authors, we've had agents, we've had directors, we've had all kinds of interesting people throughout the weeks that we've been on air. And I'd like to say thank you to everybody out there that has tuned in. And I do appreciate all the emails and all the praise. And once again, I do thank everybody out there for voting us the #1 show on TalkSlamRadio.com. I really appreciate that. And the whole TalkWad network in general. We have a lot to be thankful for, that is for sure. And most of you know how I got here. And it was pretty amazing. And it's been quite an interesting journey, being able to sit down and talk with fellow entertainers in my life and listening to their stories. I'd like to give my shout outs to Anna and Tom. Tom, I hope you're feeling better. That's from RagingNerdgasm.com. They are my co-host, and unfortunately, they have not been able to make it in the last couple of weeks, and I do apologize out there for those of you that have asked what has happened. Well, a couple of weeks ago, while they were relaxing, Tom had a terrible automobile accident, which broke his clavicle, and so he's been kind of out of the picture for a couple of weeks. And Anna, my darling sister Anna, she will hopefully be back. Matter of fact, I know she'll be back next Tuesday night for all of you out there. And when I look to my left and I don't see either one of them, well, I got to tell you, it's just not the same. But they will be back on the show talking about all kinds of interesting things that they have going on with the RagingNerdgasm.com, which is not a sexual site, is a collectible site for all you raging nerds out there, which I am a raging nerd too, because I collect toys and action figures and Hot Wheels and antiques and everything else. And speaking of that, I'd like to give another shout out to my partner and my cohort in crime. That is Angel Arbello. How you doing out there, Angel? Give me a call. Say hello. And if you folks are ever out at Oldsmar Flea Market, I hate calling it a flea market because, I mean, it's one of the best markets that you've ever been to. It's almost like going to a shopping mall, even better, which is off of Tampa Road. And you can come visit me at 2 locations, but one location for sure. You can visit me on Building D, aisle in a west aisle. Booth number 3. You can't miss it. There's an old antique rocking horse sticking out of the side of the building, and you can pick up all kinds of interesting action figures and toys and antiques. We have it from I've collected throughout the world, and over years and years and years, 32 years of collecting, and I kind of brought it into one little area there. And also, you can find me personally on Saturdays and Sundays at Arbello's Wine and Cigar Shop. That's right. We have wine tasting every weekend. I'd love to see you folks out there. It's an absolute blast. Come on in, have some wine with me, have some good conversation. And I'd like to say a shout out to Alan Pennington, which will be on our show hopefully in the next couple weeks. He is a sports videographer that has worked with some of the most famous sports athletes out there. And it'll be a pleasure having him on a show. So, yeah, that's what that's about. Well, you come down to visit me over at the Wine and Cigar Shop. It is towards the back of the market. If you walk in, you say, where is the Wine and Cigar Shop? It's the only one in any market that I know of, so it's not that hard to find. Just follow the market all the way back to the back building towards the back office, and you will find us. Or if you ask anybody in a market, where is the Wine and Cigar Shop, they will direct you to me. And then you're in my hands, and then you get drunk with me. Why not? As I say, peace, love, and wine makes everything fine. I mean, how could it not? Tonight, Mr. Mention, hopefully will be in a little bit late. He got tied up at a gig tonight. It was a early afternoon gig playing his music. So we hope Mr. Mention will be showing up tonight and all his glory with his guitar and his fabulous voice playing some original tunes for us. I'd also like to shout out to Joel and Dakota. Thank you so much for being on our show last week. What a blast. What a jam session. It was just off the chain. I got so many people that watched it, that thoroughly enjoyed it. And as we always say, we try to bring out a positive message out there. And that is about that. I hope Caroline is happy from Minneapolis that I'm not wearing my sunglasses anymore. But by your request, I took off my sunglasses. And so here I am. So, Caroline, call up and say hi. For those of you out there watching, you can call up. The number is right in front of me, 727-597-4022. For those of you that are very slow, 727-597-4022. For those of you that are really quick, you can say 2204-795-5727. That's backwards, by the way. It took a lot of practice, and I finally got it down. I hear Matthew laughing over here. But I'll tell you what, I do have a fabulous guest tonight. His name is Matthew. He is a professional dancer. You may have caught him on the dance show Dance Off on MTV and with his dance troupe, Enigma. Well, he has joined us tonight on How Did We Get Here to tell us about his journey and what it took and what it takes to continue doing what he absolutely thoroughly enjoys. How you doing tonight, Matthew?
Doing great, Anthony. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Make sure you're talking to that microphone and tell people what's that. All right. So how you doing tonight, man?
Doing great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Okay. Glad you could make it tonight.
Thank you so much.
You know, I know there's been some things happening with you that you almost didn't make it, but I'm happy that you did make it. And, yeah, that's a real joy. And it was a real joy meeting you. And believe it or not, I met him at the Wine and Cigar Shop. Isn't that a beautiful place to meet people? But after finding out what he has done in his life and where he's going, I just had to have him on the show tonight. So could you? I've got a couple questions. Usually I have a little pad here and I ask questions and all that, but you know I'm gonna free flow it tonight.
No, go right ahead.
So how long have you been performing?
I've been performing since I was I want to say 15, 16 years old.
15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And is that
That's about-
when were you paid to perform? Because once you get paid,
Yeah,
that
I started being paid for performances at 17.
at 17. You know what? That's about the same age I was when I started getting paid for what I found out was always there, and I just never knew it. A matter of fact, when I went to Europe, I was in Greece, and I went to Europe when I was about 16, and I went there with a shirt that said "Disco sucks." I had long hair, true story, long hair, and everybody was like, looking at me with this long hair. Anyway, years went by, me going to Europe, and then finally I was like, man, I kind of like that look, and everybody over there was all GQ. And what they were into was a James Brown. Dun, 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 dun. Ow! And you know how quick James Brown moves his food?
yeah.
Oh, my God, what a dancer,
music.
man. Yeah,
I love
he's
his
just
music.
killer dancer, and, the whole splits and all that. Well, that's what they were doing, and I found
Half
it...
the time we don't know what he's saying, but we love him.
Right. And I'd watch him, and I was like, man, I'd watch all these people dance in Greece, and I was just like, wow, man, these guys, these are really cool. I got to learn how to do that. So anyway, I had to beg the hairdresser to cut my hair off. She didn't want to cut my hair off because it was about as long as it is now.
Yeah.
And I said, please, just cut it off. I just cut it off. Finally, after about 2 or 3 weeks, I was north of Athens, and she cut it off, and then I started learning how to dance, and picked up on it so quick. And I spent the year in Europe actually perfecting it and learning how to do it, and I picked it up so easily because my mom and my father and my family tells me that I've dressed up, and they have pictures of me dressing up like an Oriental person, and all kinds of funny costumes, and I'd come out during all their dinners, and then I'd perform, come out banging a drum, they're trying to have dinner, and I'm like, so they said that I did that when I was like 5 years old or something like that. I don't know, but I do have pictures to prove it, so I guess it is true. And so that's how I found out that I was a performer.
Yeah,
and believe it or not, by the time, now here I am 16, turning 17, I'm still in Europe. By the time I left Greece that year, because I usually stayed there for anywhere from 3 to 6 months, 8 months at a stretch,
Right.
I ended up winning all these disco contests.
No way.
Just through watching Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I knew what that was
yeah.
about. And so before you knew it, I was out there dancing, and I'm winning these contests.
Right.
And it was really weird because I had never danced.
See, that was,
I played the drums, I was rock and roll, Led Zeppelin, I was wearing
when I
stuff
was
like
young, I
that.
could never dance to a beat to save my life. Couldn't dance to any beat. I don't care what it was. Couldn't dance.
Right. Well, what encouraged you to step into the arena of dance? What was a pivotal moment in your life where you said, you know what, man, I'm digging this?
That's actually a long story. Well,
Hey,
sure, yeah.
this is an hour show. I mean,
No, actually,
So-
I actually grew up as a gymnast.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very
I
cool.
was a gymnast all my childhood life. I stopped gymnastics around 16 years old, actually.
And that's when you started smoking pot, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I realized
That'll curve that appeal real quick.
Exactly.
But no, I mean, and there's another interesting point. I was a late bloomer.
Yeah, that's
so
what I was.
I started doing gymnastics
Yeah.
at 17.
Really?
Yeah, which was very punishing because I was, 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't work out that good for people that are 6 foot tall or over in some cases.
In some.
And with me being a late bloomer, I was making my body do things that I had never
Normally
prepared it for. Well, I didn't prepare for it.
Yeah.
And as a gymnast,
Yeah.
these are things that are ingrained
Mm-hmm.
as if there's any gymnast out there or dancers, you know what I'm talking about because it takes a lot of practice and a lot of dedication. That is for
Also
sure.
eating healthy, too.
And then, eating healthy
Yeah.
too. Well, the problem was, that was the problem. Before I was 18, I started traveling around with groups, and here I am flipping around, and I've already had my, Goldschlager and a glass of wine. So I was, I was 3 sheets in the wind, and I'm out there busting it up. But what was interesting is by the time I was 18, I had was on TV and
that's right, by the age of
crazy
18.
stuff, man.
By the-
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, by the age of 18 years old, I was actually on TV. I couldn't believe it.
There you go.
I was
There you
in
go.
high school, and I remember calling out of high school because I was going to LA because I made the show.
Right,
kinda cool.
right. And speaking of LA, now you're progressing once again. Tell people at home your story in your words of how, and of course we're talking here, and it's a very relaxed atmosphere. In your words and your story, how did you get to where you're at? Because this is how did we get here?
Like I said, I was a gymnast growing up.
Okay.
My father passed away when I was 15. So
Okay.
now he was my he was always to the gym.
Uh-huh.
He always went to every meet, never missed a meet. Practice, he was he didn't like to stay because he liked to have me focus. But
Sure,
every meet,
sure.
he was always there. And then let's see, at 15 years old we lost. So then I didn't have my dedication no more. That was my stride.
Right.
That was like
right,
it
right.
wasn't the same.
Right.
So and I was like I said, he carried me a long way with that. I finished first place twice at states.
Oh wow,
So that
man!
was-
First place at state.
Yeah,
that's tough,
2 times
man.
in a row. It was like I kind of held my, my title. It was kind of cool.
Right? Yeah. Hell
So,
yes, that's
yeah,
cool.
it
I
was
mean,
awesome.
that says a lot about your character and your
Yeah.
dedication. Because if you're able to do that and hold it 2 years in a row,
Yes.
with something that is not that easy, and I don't know in your performance career, but what we call it is forced performance.
Right.
When I was out in Vegas, it's a forced performance. And really anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, and you have to do it. And you're doing backflips
Yeah,
off of
exactly.
4 or 5 foot podiums to show your style.
Right.
So okay, so your father was a great inspiration for you,
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
continued on. And then did you stop or did you?
I tried to keep going. I
Okay.
really did. I didn't just quit. I
Right.
tried, and then at that point, I just wasn't focused, and then I got into an accident.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Okay.
Let's see, it was October 2nd, 2004, I believe.
Oh wow.
And I got into a bad one, and that actually stopped me. My timing was off
Right.
on all
right.
my
right.
events,
Mm.
so I couldn't. So I was like, I still kept trying, couldn't continue it. So
Right.
then I was like, you know what? I have all these, I have all these flips. I have the flares. I have
Right.
all
Right.
this
Right.
good.
And especially, you're talking about that year when I was a b-boy, which they call b-boy.
Yeah, it's
b-boy,
B-boy, yeah.
Yeah.
break boy.
Yeah. It was we did things like that. We did the flares and we did the windmills and we did a lot of crazy stuff. I had the pleasure of knowing Shabadoo and and some other people, and but what your generation has done with dance is taking it to the next level.
Exactly. Yeah, 'cause-
Really have taken it to the
when-
next
when
level.
when I literally started branching off into b-boying, I met an amazing individual. His name is Icy Ice.
Okay.
NYC Breakers, and he was just the coolest person like ever. He was like,
Sure.
he was a very humble,
Yeah.
spirit about him, and he actually
And that's hard to find.
It
I'm
is.
telling you, it's hard to find in the entertainment business.
Exactly, it's really
Because
hard to
everybody's
find.
got that God complex.
Yeah, exactly.
I am. You know what? Hey, look, man. There's 10 people right behind you that are just as talented.
Exactly.
It just depends on how dedicated you are and where your brain's at, and then what you want to do. But I have to admit with you, it's all about making sure you sleep right, making sure
Yeah.
you do things right. And of course, I did. I had to take care of my body. There was no choice in the situation. And I had a swimmer's body is the best way to explain it. You
Right.
know, broad shoulders,
Yeah.
ripped and tight, but it was just you had to be, because rehearsals would last
Forever.
6, 8, 10 hours, and then you have to go perform on
It's like
top
you're
of
excited
that.
to get there, but then just right there, just like
Yeah, but I'm sure that you'll agree with this. And the reason that you practice so hard is that when you're finally in front of the audience, you don't have to think about what your next move is.
right.
You already got that. Your body's already doing what the choreography is.
Mhm.
And now you're just focused on the smiles when you have to and the
Exactly.
frowns when you have to. And so because facial expression with dancers, I know some dancers that would dance and bite their tongue
Yeah.
or bite their lip or do some
It's all about your
funky
expression. It's
stuff,
your
man.
expression.
And,
It's just when
and you got to
dance-
stop doing that.
Yeah.
I'd have to say, quit sticking your tongue out when you're doing that, man. It doesn't look right.
Exactly.
Just be like everybody else. Oh, what somebody told me one time? They said, you know what your problem is, Antonio? I said, what's my problem? You expect everybody to be just like you. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm here rehearsing with you, so I don't expect you to be
Yeah.
like me, but you will
Exactly.
do the
See,
choreography.
yeah, when you do choreography, it's a lot different. To just b-boying. B-boying, it's originality. It's
Yep,
the way
yep,
you are.
yep.
It's just your independence.
Yeah, when
as a
you and you
B-boy.
know we would break off, like we would do our set routine, and then each
Exactly.
individual would do their thing,
Exactly.
and they would
It's
get
not
the shine.
Like, yeah, you don't want to be like, I want to be like this person, I want to be like that person. No, you take a little bit of each, but you have to find your way.
Right,
As
right,
It's
right.
your own style. You don't want to mimic somebody else's style.
Right.
You don't want to mimic their nothing. There's
Right,
nothing.
right.
Have
Well,
your
when I came
own-
to Florida, I only came here for 2 weeks vacation, and I never left.
Yeah.
And everybody out west knew I wasn't coming back except for me. But I came to Florida, and my I kid you not, with all the pictures and VCR tapes and newspaper clippings and everything. And so in 1988, when I came here, 87, 88, the club owners were shocked because I was like, if I want to be here for 2 weeks, I might as well dance.
Might as well have a
So
little
when I did that, these club owners are like looking at this huge portfolio, and I'm not patting myself on the back. It took a lot of work and a lot of years to achieve that because I got here when I was like 28 years old or something like that. So I was already a professional paid performer for about 10 years.
Right.
So when I got here, what happened was the club owners were like, "Hey, look, man, do you want to dance in the show?" And so when they approached the other guys that were in the show, they were like, "Well, no, man, we don't want him in our show." and I was like, "Wow, man, that's really crazy, man. I got blackballed."
You see, that's messed up.
Yeah, it is messed up. I got blackballed.
I would
So
think
what
so.
ended up happening, I says, "Well, look, man," and the club owners would say, "Hey, look, you know what, man? Why don't you just come over and I'll pay you separately, and you just do your thing since you're gonna
See,
be
that
here for
was
a couple
kinda-
weeks."
That's kind of cool.
And
That's awesome.
that really pissed off a lot of people.
Well, of
you
course
know,
it would.
But
Doesn't matter.
but then by 1990, I shut down most of the dance groups that were around, pretty much all of them, with the help. I did not do it by myself. With Robbie Gow and Stevie Knight. Between the three of us, we took charge and we kicked everybody's asses. I mean, we said, let's have a dance-off. Whoever wins, at the end, we get the contract and we get the money. Because we were charging $1,300 a night while these other jadrules were charging $600. And the club owners were like, why should I pay you all this money? I said, well, number one, it takes me 2 hours to set up, and we have a show.
Yeah, we don't just
I
go out
mean,
there
yeah,
and
we've got
wing it.
backdrops. We should drive around with a 57 Chevy front end. Toting it behind a trailer. It was a lot of stage props, a lot of stuff going on.
See, that's a show.
Yeah, it was a show.
That's a show.
Well, and it's because of where my roots were and where I came from. I studied at Jefferson James Contemporary Dance Hall, where I studied ballet, jazz, and modern. And people think modern dance. Modern dance is acting like you're a tree.
Yeah.
And that's what that's what it is. But anyway, it taught me a lot, and it taught me a lot on how to be a tree, so I can have a dog walk up and piss on me. I mean, no, I'm teasing. No, but it was very interesting. I got kicked out of that school too.
Really?
Yeah, because the ballet people and the jazz dancers that were in class heard me because I got permission to be in one of the studios.
Right.
So I would go ahead and take my little boombox and I'd play my music and I'd be in front of a mirror perfecting my stuff. And before I knew it, there was 4 or 5 or 6 people, hey man, do you want to teach us some of that?
Yeah.
So they felt that I was a threat to destroying their so pure ballet dancers. So it was really, really a problem. Yeah, all right, Adam, peace, brother. Thank you. And so, yeah, that was very interesting. Okay, so let's move forward.
Yeah, and like I said, I met I was going to a church at the time called Crossover Hip Hop Church.
Okay, say it again.
Crossover.
Crossover Hip Hop Church.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I used to go. Yeah.
Wow. So there's the
Yeah,
church.
it's true. It's really cool how they interpret. Like I said, they bring dancing, art, the whole works, and that's how I met, Icy Ice there. And it was just the coolest thing in the world. And I met other break dancers.
Sure,
there.
sure.
And I was just like, wow, I really want to learn this.
Right.
And
Oh man, once it's
exactly.
in your blood, man. If you're born to do it, it
I
is
was like,
something
I
you
already
can't.
have flares, I already have the flips. Teach me the rest.
Right. Teach
And
me the rest. Yeah.
So I used to stay after on, the teen night. And like I said, I was 16.
Sure.
15.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I used to stay after a couple hours and learn. I used to go there like twice a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and I had a great time. And before you know it, as I kept on going, I kept on meeting more and more people. And before you know, I met one of the people from Enigma. His name was Mouse.
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 Okay.
Yeah. His
I love all our unique
his
names.
next name is
man.
Mouse, but his real name is Noel Alizega.
Okay.
And
No.
he was a cool guy. Really,
Right,
really
right.
fun, down to earth.
Right.
And he was just like, you know what? Love you to dance with us. Like, cool. And I started going out more to more,
Sure.
practices and stuff like that. And then by the age of 18 years old, I was he put me in the crew. He used to go out with everybody
Sure.
of Enigma Dance Crew, and then I was a part of a family, a group.
Right, it is. It really is a family.
It was-
I mean,
it was
really
awesome.
turns into that. Especially when you're on the road with everybody, you got to deal with all their body functions
Yeah,
too.
exactly. And that's how we came on the show. That we had, Noel Patran, Kevin Jacquez, Sasha, and Jody. I mean, we were like, and Edders, by the way, the little golden child. I love him.
very
He's
cool.
a great guy, and
Right.
he is just. We put together like a masterpiece with us.
Sure,
Each
sure.
of us had our different little
Right,
style
right.
techniques. And then we did more shows. We did Red Bull, the Flute Hog show.
Very cool, man.
Downtown.
Very
We did a
cool.
big show with them. It was just, and then just more shows came. The Tampa Bay, Tropicana Field.
Oh,
Tampa
okay.
Bay Devil Rays.
Yeah.
The baseball team.
Yeah.
We did a couple of their halftime shows.
Wow.
So that was
Very
it
cool,
was-
man.
it was
Very
it was
cool.
a privilege. It's
That
like-
deserves a bell.
I think so.
Yeah, man.
And
Absolutely.
So
Oh no, I was just giving him the bells.
So and then it was just like I said. Then learning from each other in the crew was also a great privilege.
Yeah.
Because
you,
of
you
their
do.
resumes and what
You
they've
absorb.
done.
You absorb what they're doing. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like I had to offer all my power moves with the breaking and the flipping. To each of them, they taught
Right,
me like more
right,
choreography,
right.
dancing on the beat, all
Yep.
that good fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was explaining to Mr. Mention, we had talked about it a little bit briefly about dancing. I says, there's people that either you got it or you don't, because when a choreographer throws out choreography, they're not going to babysit you. I mean, it's like, if you don't know 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you don't know, and here's the moves, and this is the count. Okay.
Right.
Well, the bad dancers go to the back, and the good dancers are in the front, so you don't screw everything up. And not saying the bad dancers are the worst, but they got to be in the back. They can't be in the front. You put them up in front, then it just looks like crap. And it's terrible all the way around.
So,
I've made some.
Yeah.
I've made some errors in
And-
my life, man.
And the good thing about that was, though, too, is that at the age of 18, I actually went to go work for Busch Gardens for a show called Katunga.
Wow,
So
that's
that
cool.
was actually really fun. And then a couple of the crew members were also in that show.
Oh, very
So,
cool,
and
man.
then-
So you guys were keeping keeping a
Exactly.
family together.
And then I met some great individuals there. A great woman by the name of Dreama Davis. She was just a great choreographer. She taught me a lot of different movements. I never knew a body that could do choreography.
Sure.
And on top of that, he also worked there as Demario Henry, and he's phenomenal. I've never, like I said,
Right.
he was
Well, I mean, I tell you, any of the theme parks, man, they pick out the best.
exactly.
They
And
really
it-
do.
And it was awesome, like I said, and then more people I met down the line,
Right.
and I owe it to all of them.
Sure.
You
sure.
know,
We all
to-
have humble beginnings, man.
Exactly.
All of us have
and I'm
humble
still humble.
beginnings.
Regardless of how good I am or how good I'm
Sure,
still humble.
sure,
They were
sure.
my teachers.
Well, you know what? Talking about how good he is, Will, if you've got something queued up for us, let's watch a little bit of Enigma. We can do without all the announcements or whatever. If you can hit us with you set this up. He's going to start playing it. You'll be able to talk over it. As he's playing it, you'll be able to see it
Okay.
on screen.
All right.
And he's going to cue it up. So everybody at home, get ready, because you're going to watch Matt in action with his dance troupe Enigma in to explain to everybody at home.
MTV's America's Best Dance Crew Season 1.
Season 1, which is really, really cool.
Very first season.
Very first season, yeah. And you know what? They were looking for the best, especially season 1. Now,
Yeah.
now
and then
that
we'll
it's
go
gone-
into more stuff with
Yeah,
that because
yeah,
I got to
absolutely.
meet a lot of individuals.
All right, cool. All right, Will, whenever you're ready, we're ready. Shoot off that video, and let's take a look at Enigma Dance Troupe.
This was the audition in Atlanta. That's Sasha. She's great. That's
Nice.
yes.
There he is.
Yes, there.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and that's
I bet you guys were happy
Oh, we
as
were
ever.
really happy because they were knocking out people left and right.
Yeah,
So
church
it
out,
was
huh?
just, I was like so excited. I
Man,
couldn't
look at that.
believe it to actually keep going. And this is when we actually made it on the show.
Wow.
I was excited to be here.
Oh,
I was
God.
just like, my heart was racing.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is you.
Yeah,
over
that's me
here.
right next to him. That's Mouse. The guy I was
This is you right here.
Yep, I'm right next to Mouse. And that's Nova J. Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
I was telling you, he's a phenomenal dancer and all-around dancer. Yep. Mm-hmm. We all remember that. And they won that gym too.
That's cool.
That was kind
man.
of cool. It's out of the hospital and everything, and they won.
Throw down in Tampa, Florida, performing live the second of our 3 crews from the South, Enigma.
Remember, folks at home, what you're watching is Enigma. Matthew is in this group, and they're throwing down on season 1, America's
This is me
Best
doing
Dancer.
the flips right here.
Wow, nice.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah,
And we're off to the side, like me and everybody off to the side doing,
Yeah, that's you right there scissoring?
Yeah, exactly. I'm spinning 90s in the back. And
I hope everybody at home is enjoying this because I tell you what, it's a good dance crew. All right.
And I actually stopped the, you'll see it, I'll finish the London Street, you'll see. All right, here we go.
All right, that's you right
That was
there,
me.
brother. Wow, man.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much, Will. Enigma gets it.
And we were the first one to be picked from the
Tampa,
South region,
Florida,
so
the
it was-
home
it
of
was
Enigma
amazing.
Dance Crew. When our cameras
And
arrived, it
this
appeared they
was
were no
the
longer
last,
one big happy family.
we were
The
there.
crew had a big problem with
like
one of their
one of our
members,
downfalls
Jody.
right there.
There's no
With those
way
two.
that
Sure.
Jody will be performing with us on the 7th. I want to be the next big thing out of Tampa, and I'm not going to let her jeopardize it.
While in LA for the audition
sometimes
special,
you gotta-
Jody
you gotta
broke
cut
the
the fat
show's
away, man.
rules by
Yeah,
having an
but it was
unauthorized
just-
visitor at
It
the
was
crew
more than
hotel.
that.
I hear her
She was a
ex-boyfriend in
great
the
dancer.
room,
She was
and
awesome.
I got kind of upset.
She was amazing.
She knew she
She was a superstar before she got there, right?
No,
she was-
I
she
see
was
in the
great.
hallways
She
of the
was-
hotel.
she was great.
First of all,
Great
the
dancer. It's
only
like-
reason he's like this is because I don't want to be with him. She brings him back to the hotel after they say he's not allowed there.
As much as I don't.
But see, that's real. That's real. That's
I'm
stuff
the
that
second
happens.
most
Exactly.
valuable person in
You
this
have to
crew.
play
I'm done. You're out the
personal
crew. If y'all ain't got
side
anything else to
of
say.
Now, see what she said there? I'm the second most
It's just
valuable
gonna make
person.
it
That is so
stronger. It
untrue.
has to make it
Everybody is
stronger.
valuable to the crew. Everybody.
With Jody
Everyone's
now out of the
equal,
crew,
no matter
Mouse was primed
how-
to whip
how
the
good you are,
remaining
no matter
6
what.
members
Each
into shape.
individual in the
So
crew
yo,
is
Matt, seriously, I gotta be
equally-
Right, there you are.
Yeah.
You know I'm gonna get it. It's all right.
Don't answer back. I'm just saying. It's practical.
It's one of our moments.
Yeah, it is kind of hard. Matt, don't act
For
like
those
you
of you
know
at
what
home,
you're
that's
doing. Matt,
Matthew.
why you go like this? and
In a
I'm
red
like
shirt.
this? Matt. All right. Matt, what the you doing? Don't think, dance. I am the leader, you know what I'm saying? So I feel responsible for how the crew gets the job done. Bam, 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 bam. Yo, don't bam, bam, bam. We're not bam, bam, bam.
Will Matt's confidence be shaken, or will it
Egos are
step up?
flaring, man.
And they all missed.
Thank you, Will. Is that it on that
Well,
clip?
this is the last performance.
Okay.
that we did.
All right. Well, we'll let it go. We'll let it go. People can hear us talk. They can't see us. They're watching this right now. so.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let's take a look at it. Once again, Enigma performing in California.
And this is the
MTV.
performance we did without Jody.
Everybody wanna know why I dress so fly.
Amazing if she was
I do it for the hood. I do it 'cause I'm cool. Head stars in my jeans, please. No text in my white
Now, those of you at home, you need to understand the dedication it takes to get this far on a program like
And we
MTV.
were one person down too. So
And one person down. And it changes up a lot of
It changed
things.
up a lot. It changed everything we were doing. So,
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, wow. Great flair, man. tell you, there's nothing like being on stage, man. There's nothing like it.
I missed that.
Yeah. Nice. Is there more to this? Yeah, the chicks, huh?
Yeah. It is time for the battle zone.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
here with
Is there more on
Enigma
this one?
And Iconic, who are on the brink of elimination.
Oh, okay,
Both
so you got to
crews
battle back and
will
forth
have
with
two
this now.
rounds to dominate the dance floor. Then the
Did you make it
judges
to the next
will
round
put
after
one
this
of them on the next flight home.
Well, we got
And
some
to
other
lead us in the
clips
battle
too,
is one of
right?
the hottest
Okay.
MCs in the
Thank you very
business
much, Will. You
with
can
his
put
hit
it slide
song,
back on
Low,
there.
from the
Yeah, man, I tell you, ding, 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 great job, man.
you
I
very
tell
much. Thank you.
great crew. But you know what I found watching that, watching that, it just brought back some memories.
Yeah.
Because what happens, and when I say this, you're gonna know this. It's like people get in groups like that. People get so starstruck amongst their own mind that they can't break through the understanding that this is a group event.
Exactly, group.
This is not a my event.
That's right.
Just like this show. If I wanted to be conceited, I would say, hey, welcome to the Antonio Hey Dude Show. It's not. It's called How Did We Get Here? So it takes all of us to make this show. And like I said, Mr. Mention may be stopping by. He may be stopping by tonight. But he may be stopping by. And with Anna and Tom, with Raging Nerdgasm. And it takes all of us to make everything work.
Right.
And once again, it just drudged up some memories of me performing with other people and them thinking that they are the next best thing to sliced bread. And it's like, okay, well, I'm sorry to tell you, dude, but without the rest of us backing you up, what would you do solely? Now, the only thing that you can do solo and achieve something is through a personal audition for a company.
That's right.
Or you go on that new dance show where it's individuals, America's the dance show.
Dance with the Stars?
No, not Dance with the Stars. No, the one where oh my, you know, Will, that dance show that there's a dance show.
America's Got Talent?
No, not America's Got Talent. So you think you can dance? There we go. That is an individual event, but
there's so many dance shows on TV now.
But it may be an individual event to get to there.
Right.
But once you get it and you're in, you're going to have to dance with other people.
Exactly.
And so if you don't chill out, well, you're gone.
Exactly.
Because if you can't react with other people and perform with other people, and they expect you to do all kinds of things, they want you to be versatile because that's the X factor of things.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, back in the day when I was dancing, you could get away with just being a dancer. Now they want you to be a dancer. They want you to be a gymnast. They want you to, tippy toe. They want you to, spin on your nose. They want you to. I mean, it's just incredible.
All
so they want all of it. And there's people out there that can do that. They're so multiversed in dancing that they can pull it off.
Right.
But what you've achieved there, you should be very, very proud of.
I am very proud. At such a young age.
Yeah, it's at a young age, and
like I said, I was telling you when I was in that show, I was supposed to be in class. It was kind of weird.
Right. Yeah, I mean, let's see, class, MTV, class, MTV.
I was still in high school.
You know what? My art teacher used to call me Vinny Barbarino, man.
Really?
From Welcome Back, Kotter. And the reason she did that, and she goes, you know what? One day, and that's her and Mr. Wagner, my science teacher.
Right.
They would tell me, they were like, one day we're going to see your name in lights. And I was just like, I was just really weirded out over it. I was like, because I never perceived it that way.
Right.
And believe it or not, later on in life, my name was in lights, and I was on newspapers, and like I would dance, but with the rest of the crew, but the light really shined on me, and I had my moment, and it was really good, and I had quite a few moments. And when I met you, and I told Mr. Mention and Anna and Tom about you, and what really struck me the best about you is how humble you are, and how humble and respectful you are, and that is going to get you a very long way, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be anybody's bitch.
No.
But you want to hold your own, but still remember that, hey, you know what? Guess what? This can end like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Because when I was your age and all the way up to the age of 36, I thought I was going to be able to do this for the rest of my life, which is untrue. We got a call coming in. Welcome to How Did We Get Here? My name's Hey Dude, or AKA Hey Dude. How you doing? What's your name?
Doing fine, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Hey, I know that voice.
Yeah, you do.
What's happening, brother? Tom Chaos from Raging Nerdgasm. What's happening, my brother?
Not much, my friend. Hey, listen, I just tuned into this show about 10 minutes ago. I just kind of woke from my slumber, my drug-induced slumber.
How you feeling, man?
Taking some heavy painkillers for this broken shoulder.
Yeah, I shouted out to you, and man, I hope you get well a lot quicker, man. Were you able to catch a little bit of Matthew, our guest tonight, performing?
No, unfortunately. I guess I must have tuned in just after you guys stopped, but the guy's name's Matthew, right?
Yes.
Yes, dude, I mean, I just caught that thing what you were saying about, being humble in the business and everything.
Yeah.
It couldn't be further from the truth. That is dead nuts, what you have to be successful in any field.
Yes, yes, you do. Tom, by the way, is one of my co-hosts.
Oh, hey, Tom, how are
you? Yeah. And unfortunately, some events have happened, so he would be sitting right here, and you'd be talking to Tom too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Tom, and you've been around, and you know what's going on, and you definitely have to humble yourself and pull yourself back. If there's nobody around to pull yourself back and say, hey, chill out. You need somebody or yourself to be strong enough to understand that.
Exactly.
I know. I mean, hell, we use each other as that sort of safety net. It's like, hey, am I overstepping my bounds? No, man, you're not crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
I remember.
exactly.
We had this conversation. Me and Tom did this past Saturday because we kind of bounced things off of each other, and I had to look at Tom, and I was just like, Tom, am I weird or am I thinking a little bit out of the box here? Am I out of place? And he's like, no, dude, you're really right on it. So don't worry about that. I love him to death like a brother. Love him like a brother from another mother, man. Yeah, that's straight up, man. So what's happening with Raging Nerdgasm, man? Give a shout out to everybody viewing tonight.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in to How Did We Get Here? I'm sorry that neither me or Anna has been on the show the last couple of weeks. Unfortunately, those of you who keep up with me on the social media fronts, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, you know that I had a little car accident about a week ago last Saturday. And I'm just slowly recovering. It's got a broken clavicle. But while I've been down, I have not been out. I have been still posting. You guys always know if you want some fun and games, you know where to turn to. Right now we're actually rebuilding our website from the ground up.
Oh, wow.
New year,
cool.
New look, new everything. So going forward, you're going to see a brand new website coming up in the next, I'd hope to say 2 to 3 weeks. If it takes a little longer, but we're just doing it as time and money permits, and it's looking real sexy, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I doubt it. I do not doubt that at all, man. You guys are aces all the way across the board in my book, man. Good people, great stuff that you're doing. Yeah, I mean, and people have asked, where's Anna? Where's Tom? When's Raging Nerdgasm going to be back on? So even people here in the studio have been asking me, hey, where they at? When are you coming back? I said, they'll be back soon enough as soon as they get everything straightened out. So that's kind of cool.
Yep.
I think Anna said that she might be in next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah, unless something drops on her.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah,
You guys
she
have
gets
had
off about
so
4,
much.
4:30, but she'll be at the show next week as if nothing ever happened.
Right. Well, I tell you what, man, it'd be welcome to have you, either you or Anna, back on, and we certainly do miss you, and I definitely appreciate you chiming in tonight, man, to be able to talk to everybody and let everybody at home know that, hey, they're still around, man. They are as much part of this show as I am, and that is a fact. That's not over-exaggeration. Tom and Anna are just as big a part of it, like we were talking.
Yeah.
I just said that before he logged on, that I can't. This is not a one-man bandstand. It takes you guys too. You know what I mean? It takes all of us to make this thing happen. And where it comes in, to be humbled.
We saw you on the show, writing by yourself. You got your guy there, Matthew. I can't wait to hear some more stuff. I'm probably going to go back and watch the whole podcast.
Oh, thank you very
Okay.
much. I
We'll
appreciate
stream
that.
later. So I can
Yeah.
catch that
You'll get a kick out of it. He's actually going to play a couple more performances live when he was on MTV Dance Off.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll be tuned in and chime back in if you see something or hear something interesting, or if I slip, you just call me up and say, "Hey, dude, chill out." Well, Tom,
excellent, man.
we love you,
Antonio,
brother.
As always, pleasure to talk to you, Matthew. Sorry I'm not there to meet you face to face, but I really can't wait to see what your performance is like.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I wish you were here too, man.
Yeah, you just get well. That's the main thing, okay? Give a shout out to my little sister, Anna, okay?
Will do, man. Hey, God bless y'all.
All right.
Good night now.
Be blessed, brother.
Be
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, just really dynamite people. I just can never say enough. If anything has happened in my life over the course of the last 3.5, 4 years, is that I met two just remarkably awesome people. So, and that's Tom and Anna. So now, we showed a little video clip. We're going to do another video clip.
Okay.
But so now here you are. You did the dance off.
Right.
You're
The dance
still
crew, yeah.
dance. What was it?
Dance crew.
Dance crew. Yeah, and so now you are still going out there and doing auditions. Are you trying to get? Do you want to? Would you prefer? I'll put it this: would you prefer staying in Florida, or would you prefer going out to California where you can get something real?
Of course, I'm going to California.
Of course, you're going to California.
I mean,
very
when
cool.
I was in California for the show, of course, 'cause that's where it was being, filmed.
Right.
I had such a great time out there. It was just
Yeah.
so many opportunities. Out
So
there.
many opportunities. Yeah.
You
just be healthy, take care of
Exactly.
yourself, and give it your all, and have all your material ready to go. Set your choreography, get it right,
Exactly.
go in there and blow them away.
And like I said, I mean, after the America's Best Dance Crew, we did a couple other shows, like I said, for the Tampa Bay, Tropicana Field, Tampa Bay
Sure,
Race.
sure.
Like I said, some shows with Red Bull. And then after that, it was just like little shows with, local.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get more, fan base.
I get it.
With the Ritz Theater.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Down in Newport. Yeah, I did a couple shows with them, which was amazing. I had a great time.
Yeah.
And then I just
It's a nice place, huh?
It is. It's beautiful. I love it there.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for performances, that's for sure.
And then I just went into training.
Right.
Whether it was just dance, I danced for a couple months and then go into stunt work. I mean, I did a really good job with my balancing, with not losing, and building dancing and flipping and stunt work.
Right.
And learning new-
Well, you just hit the nail on the head, because if you were able, and this is what I did. I mean, I took all my disciplines and I created Antonio.
Right.
And because of me taking the different disciplines of what I was doing and I put it all into one, people stopped to look.
Yeah.
And that's what got me the work. People stopped to look and said, okay, this is different.
Right.
He's bringing so many different disciplines, and that's how it's got to be done. Bringing something different. Like, I give you an example. I went to do an audition, and when I got there, they didn't tell me that I could not bring a tape of my music. So when I walked in, I had to dance to a piano.
How'd that work out?
Okay, check this out. So I had to dance to a piano. Well, before me, all the other performers, of course, when you go in there and you're wearing, your dance shoe, your Capizios, and I don't know if you're familiar with Capizio dance shoes.
I knew it, and I know what they look like.
Yeah, they're real soft and okay. Well, you go to the talcum box and you put your Capizio, tap them in there and get the sound, you get the powder off of them,
right.
And then you go on there and you're able to really maneuver, right? Well, I had black pants on. And so here I am dancing to piano music, and I'm sliding on a floor. And when I got done with the audition, I had to look absolutely ridiculous because I had white all over my pants, all the way up, because I was not prepared for that scenario. And dancing to a piano, thank God I had studied at Jefferson James Contemporary Dance Hall, because it gave me the foresight to know, okay, if I have to dance to this piano, then I've really got to throw some jazz and some real memorable things in there to make it all happen. Unfortunately, I did not make the audition.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got a
of
call back, but after the call back, I faded out.
Okay.
My heart wasn't in it. I felt like a fool when I left there. It was really, really weird.
Yeah, but
and it was young. I was young in my career
and
too. So
it's a learning learning experience.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
let
I
me
mean-
tell you, man. Yeah, it cost me a gig.
Yes, sure.
But you know what? It cost me a gig, but then right after that, I took off and I was on a road.
You say
So
meant to be.
yeah, it was really meant
Think
to
about
be.
that,
And
huh?
I love being. I
Could you
love
imagine
being
if
on a
you
road.
you know you
man.
got the gig and then you were like you
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
take
I would have
off?
been. I would have been pigeon-toed into something, and I
See?
would have had to perform for a year, and it was just it all worked out perfect, man.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's a good thing. So now you're planning on leaving to go to California next month to join up.
No,
with,
not next. Hopefully this summer actually.
This summer, okay.
Towards the end of it, I want to do July, August, right around there. A friend of mine.
I want to hear some calls out there from people out there that want to know about Matthew and or about the show, whatever you want to call up about. I want to hear some phone calls, and you people ask some questions, ask away. If you're a former dancer or still a dancer or a gymnast and you're watching the show, if you did it when you were younger, if you're still doing it, call us up. Say hey.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Yeah, so the California
okay,
thing in the summer.
California. Okay. I wanted to go up there towards end of summer because I have a good friend of mine that lives out there. Her and her husband are already fully established out there.
Oh, okay.
And
Very cool, man.
Exactly.
Very
so
cool.
they're gonna, like I said, really help me out with as far as saving, for instead of spending money in a hotel.
Oh, it costs money in
Exactly.
California,
so they were
brother,
just
let
like,
me tell you.
crash with us, but they won't be back till the end of the summer because they're going to Boston to visit family members.
Right. No, it's always good to have that safety net because it costs a lot of money in California. California is not cheap. No.
Nowhere near cheap. So, and it's awesome. I mean, they live right in Los Angeles.
Oh,
it's right there.
man. Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
And they love it. And her husband, a good friend of mine, his name's Louis Rivera, a.k.a. Rain. And
Louis Rivera, where do I... sounds familiar.
He works there at Hollywood, Universal.
Okay.
Studios,
Yeah.
Hollywood. And he's a great dancer. He's an amazing dancer.
Well, in order to be with Universal, you do have to be amazing. You can't be second tier.
Breakdancing he does, stilt work, unbelievable. And
Yeah, see, there you go. Again,
And-
X Factor, multiverse.
Exactly.
He's able to do things like that.
And like I said, he's doing great things out there. So, and they offered, hey,
Once again, I want to hear from some people out there. If you know Matthew, or you have been a dancer, or were a dancer, or a gymnast, or in a performance business, if you have any advice to give Matthew,
please.
I'm sure he's
I mean,
more than
I
welcome
always-
to hear it. Whether it's you know how honest we are on this show, so you say
Exactly.
it, we'll answer it honest. Will, why don't you hit us with another track, and Matthew, set it up for us and tell
Representing
me.
the South and performing to a master mix of Lil Jon's Dirty South anthem, Get Low. Here is Enigma and live in color.
Yes.
Okay.
This was the reunion, actually.
Reunion
Yeah,
show.
it was a
Oh,
reunion
nice,
show.
nice.
Yeah, that was me doing the first front flip up on stage. Yeah, that was fun. This was towards the end of the show. Everyone came back and did a big reunion dance off.
Nice. Nice.
We tried mixing it up a little bit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We worked at Live in Color because they're really fast paced. We saw them in the show. Very
Nice,
fast,
man.
very moving. So we tried to do our own little thing with them. There it is. Gator football.
Work it.
Oh yeah. There we go. There it is.
Whoa, dude, that was great,
There
man.
it is.
Get down, Matthew.
That was scary. I'm not gonna lie. That was scary.
Oh, hell yes.
That floor was hard. So yeah, they had to
I know.
throw me at a certain angle
Yeah.
and land because I had an
The
on the
South,
side row,
baby.
Exactly. I mean,
Dude, that was a very hard move you did, man.
yeah, that was fun.
That was great.
I came up with that move.
Yeah, well,
That
that's
was
a great move.
I mean, I loved it. We did
Shit,
that.
you were what, 6-8 feet off the ground, man.
Easily.
And then another 10 feet out in front.
ex-
So did you
easily.
hit it? Did you hit a trampoline?
No,
No,
that was
all you.
That was what happened.
Wow.
Was I had Mouse, of course.
Yeah,
and
so you had a
Overjay
running
standing,
start.
and they launched me in the air.
Oh, so you ran and then a
Yeah,
launch?
yeah,
Oh,
exactly. They
wow.
ran, they grabbed me
And
by-
see, that that right there, that is when you really have to really depend and
Exactly.
rely on your partner.
Exactly.
I mean, they
There's-
have to be on cue, or they could have thrown you
Easily.
way overthrown you in the excitement
was-
of the moment.
Oh, what happened was, like I said, when we learned that, we did that back here in Tampa, and learned that. But when we went there and did it, actually, there was I would say a day before we went live. They messed me up. They threw me too high.
Too high. See, that's what I mean. Yep. They get excited in a moment.
Exactly.
They think that they're doing it. Yeah. And it's got to be so perfect.
Oh, yeah. That one had to be. Because
Yeah. I could have broken your neck, man.
Actually,
you could have overflipped.
It was kind of funny because I actually sprained my wrist for that entire show. There was actually,
Yeah.
they had it hidden under the shirt.
Sure.
It was
sure.
one of those little wrist.
Absolutely,
scars.
man. Oh, I've had wraps everywhere, man.
Yeah. So, and like I said, thank God that time when it was meant to be, they did it correctly because I had to land at a side
Oh
angle
my God,
to
that would have
roll.
been so bad, man. Live TV too,
I
and
messed
when
me
you're
up.
on live TV, it's just like here. You know, we're live. We're live.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Things have happened. You folks of you that have tuned into our show have seen things happen. It just does.
Yeah.
It's just it's a live performance. We don't have a time delay or anything like that, so I can say shit and stuff like that. So, but yeah. It's some tough stuff, man.
Yeah, and I had
and,
to trust them because it's like
a lot of trust. And
both of them are really strong. They are really strong, believe it or not. And at that moment, I was probably like 170 pounds. So
Right,
they
right.
really launched me.
right, yeah, they
And-
did,
and it
man. That was
just-
a high
Yeah,
flip,
I mean, it was
man.
scary too because when I flip, I have control over how fast
How,
I move.
how you do it? Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Then
Yep.
I have to actually, depend on them.
Yep. I agree.
Because if
I
they,
agree.
like I said, how you said, throw me too high, throw me too fast, it
Yeah.
messes everything up.
Everything. So
So-
that worked out beautiful.
Oh,
man.
it did. I loved it.
Well, you got a little standing ovation from what's that girl's name?
On the show?
Yeah.
Little Mama?
Yeah, Little Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Mama, man. Of course you're gonna stand up on that close, because that's what it is. You know, you have the opening, the middle, and the end.
Exactly.
And it should all kind of tell a story.
Yes.
And I think that some groups miss that whole boat because no matter, I don't care if it's hip hop or whatever, if you listen to the words of a song, you can actually play your beats and what you do with choreography
That's right.
along with the song, because the song will talk to the choreographer and tell them what to do.
Right.
I mean, so it's pretty
Exactly.
much laid out for you, just like a song has a beginning, middle, and end.
Exactly.
A movie has a beginning, middle, and end. A dance
and I
dance
see-
group has a
Exactly.
beginning, middle,
I
and
see
end.
with dancing, it's easy for your crowd. It's easy to get sidetracked.
Oh, yeah, man, a crowd,
if
man.
you
Yeah,
don't throw
yeah.
that big stuff at the right moment,
Yep.
you'll lose them. They'll
Yep,
fall
yep,
asleep.
yep,
They'll
yep,
walk
yep,
out.
yep.
They won't be interested.
Agreed,
in you no
man.
more.
Agreed all the way.
You know,
You've got another clip now, don't you?
I believe so.
All right, Will played a third clip of William. We've only got about another 5 minutes left on the show, so let's
I
check
think we
this
already
out.
watched this one.
Of Lil Jon's Dirty
Yep.
South
Oh, we
anthem.
watched this one already.
Here is Enigma and live in
Yep, we just watched this one. Watching it again.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey,
It's
hey, what
okay.
did we just say? Live web. We're on live on a world wide web, so everybody gets to see us screw up.
Exactly.
It's all
Representing
right.
the South
We watched
and
this one
performing
too.
to a master mix.
It's okay. I guess that was it. Then I guess you only got two.
We only got two. I see
Two or
three
three,
there.
Two or
C's.
three. Oh, then yeah, then.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so so
Even
now, okay, well, I tell you what, they're all phenomenal, and
Yeah.
if those of you who want to watch, you can see Matt.
Yeah.
Perform. Are you performing? Are you just right now really gearing up and practicing,
yeah,
getting
it's maybe
ready
we'll do-
for California? Tell
Exactly.
people how they can get in touch with you. Tell them anything, whatever you can tell the viewing audience, because we have them all over the world. I kid you not. Literally from overseas, California, they watch the show. So tell
I have a
people
lot
at
of stuff
home
on,
how they can get in touch with you. Spell your name, do whatever you have to do. Tell them now.
Oh, perfect. My email address would be matthewfrisello@yahoo.com.
Oh, you got to spell that
Of
last
course
name.
I do. MATTHEW, no spaces, straight into my last name. FRA, S as in Sam, C as in cat, ELLO @yahoo.com. I'm
Okay.
also on Facebook.
Okay.
You can also catch me there.
Is there any? Did you create some kind of special Facebook with just using one simple name, or you just use your
I use my
full name?
I use my name, just Matthew space Frisello, just to say.
Okay,
You know,
so he's
as if
gonna.
you're looking
I tell you
me
what,
up.
do this for our home viewers at home. Spell your name from the beginning to the end. Get ready. Get your pen and paper ready. So if you want to watch some more stuff or contact Matthew, you can become friends with him on Facebook.
That's right.
So tell them again your full name and get ready to write this down if you want to contact Matthew and say hello to him.
Matthew Frisello, MattheWFrasello.
All right, Matthew Frisello. And we always welcome people to say hello to us through Facebook and myself, and I've spelt this for you, which is a long one. My name's Antonio, a.k.a. Hey Dude. I am going to open up a page called Hey Dude, but you can't find me through How Did We Get Here on Facebook, and then track me down through my name. And or you can just type in Antonio, Yakim, and you'll see this face right here. Actually, I think I'm wearing this purple shirt.
Yeah.
In a picture, and I'm holding a gun.
Yeah.
But so you're gearing up right now. You're not. You were going to do an.
I have a performance coming up. I am April 7th.
April 7th. Where at?
I believe I'm doing it down in Ybor, doing the Italian festival.
Oh, very cool. The Italian Festival in Ybor.
That's right.
So you'll be
I'm doing that with the Ritz Theater, of course.
At the Ritz?
Yeah, a friend of mine, DeMario Henry, a good friend of mine, someone was talking about earlier today on the show. He's the one that helped me out get this gig.
That's what it takes, man.
So
That's
it was
what
actually
takes.
pretty good.
Everything helps.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm telling you, I'll be the first one to say this. Any auditions come your way, whether you make the audition or not, go. Whatever it is, go.
You get noticed out there. You get your face recognized. You get your name
Yes,
out there.
yes. And what happens is the people that are doing the auditions, if the style does not appeal to them today, they will make a mark on. I mean,
Exactly.
I know how the business works, man. I really, truly do. They will make marks and they'll put comments down on your attitude, your look. I mean, how did he smell? I mean, did he take care of himself?
Exactly.
I mean, so many different things. And then when they go back into the paperwork and they look back and they go, okay, well, this pile I really liked. He's really good, but I can't use him for this show. But if something comes up, I'm going to remember.
Exactly. And then one day you might get that call.
Yes,
you might get that
very
email,
well.
Like, hey, listen, I remember.
Oh, yeah. Tell everybody your email.
Yes,
it's the same thing. Okay.
Matthew Frisello at yahoo.com.
MatthewFrisello.com if you want.
At yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. And once again, you can watch the show again and be able to write down a name and number at your convenience. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight on How Did We Get Here. Once again, it's been a phenomenal show. Unfortunately, Mr. Mention was not able to get away from the gig tonight to make it to co-host the show with me. It's always a pleasure having him play some music, his original music for us. But myself and Matthew here just throwing it down. So this is your opportunity to say anything you want to everybody and the viewing audience out there. What do you want to say to everybody?
I say thank you so much to all the people I've worked with throughout my life. Thank you for my family, for my support, especially my mom. She's been there.
Awesome lady, man. Awesome lady.
Yeah,
she's a big time supporter, man.
Yeah, she, like I said, me and her have been, like I said, right hand in hand. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks to my family, friends. Thank you so much for everything you've ever, done for me.
Very, very cool, man. Well, on behalf of myself, Antonio, a.k.a. Hey Dude, come out and visit me over at the Oldsmar Market. Follow it all the way back to the back. Visit me at the wine shop. Do some wine tasting with me. Tell me that you saw me and saw the show. And, hey, you never know. Might get a little bit of discount on some wine and some vino and some cigars. Have a glass of wine, smoke some cigars, shoot some bullets. I don't know. But, or Building D, West, booth number 3 for some antiques and collectibles that I've collected throughout my life. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun market. So come on out and visit me out there. Like I said, every Saturday and Sunday, I am at that wine shop. And peace, love, and wine makes everything fine. So on behalf of myself, Antonio, a.k.a. Hey Dude, I'd like to say good night. Peace, love, and wine makes everything fine. Say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, peace out from How Did We Get Here? We'll see you next Tuesday night. Next Tuesday, MCW, Micro Championship Wrestling, right here. Will be here. Johnny G is going to be here from Micro Championship Wrestling is going to be here live. Hopefully, I did talk to Jimmy Hart. At the end of this month, I will be booking Jimmy Hart to be on this show, The Mouth of the South from WCW Wrestling, right here live on my show. It's going to be a blast. I will continue bringing out great guests. I'd like to say thank you to William out there doing a fine job for our audio and being our tech out there. He's everything tech. He's audio tech, video tech. He does it all. Go ahead and play Violated for us. And this one goes out to Mr. 15 minus 9. Actually, next week, he'll be on. And also, his wife is doing something really, really good for the children at a church. And we'll get into that even more so. And she also is a chef. So she's going to come on here either next week or the following week with Mr. 15 minus 9 and cook some food for us. So I look forward to that. I love to eat. I love to drink wine and I love to eat. This song right here, this song right here is created by Mr. 15 minus 9. It's called Violated. Hopefully it'll be playing on the radio coming at you. What a song, man. Just jams all the way. Oh, yeah. Once again, everybody, stick around. The song's going to play for a couple minutes. But on behalf of myself and Matthew, peace out. We love you.
Take care, everybody.